we're here with Betsy again. But today we're going to talk about high school. I remember when I was a kid, and even a teenager, I was in high school already, but I really wanted to go to high school in the US because everything looked magical in the movies, Glee and High School Music. So it was so good. But today we're going to know if everything we know about high school in the US is true because Betsy went to high school here. Are you ready, Betsy?
I am ready.
Did
Talk
you
about high school.
Did you enjoy your high school?
No. I did not enjoy high school very much. I mean, when I was in high school, I had a good time, I think, but I didn't really have a solid group of friends. I kind of was all over the place between different friend groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like because of that, therefore after high school, I don't really speak to any of them.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
I think do they talk with each other?
I mean, the groups definitely still stay in contact.
I think you're the problem.
My high school was people from my high school tended to stay
there.
there. And I did not want to do that.
In California.
Yes.
For who missed the other video, Betsy's from California. So if you watched 13 Reasons Why, that happens in California, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you saw that high school, her high school was similar.
Sort of similar to that. Because it was in Northern California, so it wasn't sunny and next to the beach, but
oh yeah, that's true. Everybody thinks that California is on a coast, but it's not.
Yeah, so everyone stayed there. I really wanted to leave and kind of get away from the town that I grew up in. So yeah, maybe I am the problem.
Yeah, I think you're the problem. So I have some questions, and these questions are kind of my questions that I always wanted to know when I was a teenager. My first question, you kind of answered already, that I wanted to know if you had your group, but you said already that you all over the place.
I definitely changed friend groups, I would say, throughout high school. The people I was friends with my freshman year, I wasn't necessarily hanging out with them by the time I was a senior.
Yeah, makes sense since you fight with everybody. Second question is, it's kind of funny because when I wanted to go to the high school, I really wanted to drink that milk on the box, that little
milk carton.
And is it good? Actually, until today, I didn't buy it because I don't know. I don't see it in the market. It's just a school thing.
I think it is just supplied to schools. Yeah, you wouldn't find that at the grocery store. I mean, it's just regular milk from a cardboard box.
And a funny thing is how people here drink milk by itself. So in Brazil, usually you put milk and coffee or milk and chocolate powder, because when I say chocolate, people understand, but then they think it's the liquid. So I need to say powder. But we never, I won't say never, but usually Brazilian people drink milk with something. And here it's really common that people drink just plain milk.
Yeah, I think it's more common when you're young and when you're a kid, but yeah, drinking milk, that's definitely something that when you're a toddler, you're or even just a kid, I was always forced to drink milk. You would have to drink milk
because of calcium.
Yeah, calcium, but it's so bland. I prefer my milk with coffee.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that. So it's good to know because I never bought the box, and apparently I will not. Maybe later, so you guys can, so I can make a video showing you guys what I think about that. But yeah, that was a thing that I really want to. So my next question is, how was the food? Like, I know some on the movies they show that people are in a cafeteria just eating and go there and just get the food, but you guys needed to pay, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you had to pay for everything. So yeah, you can't just go up and grab it and just like walk off because and have a lunch.
On the movies they don't show the part that you're paying for. And then we know that the schools here are public, so you don't pay to go to school, but they don't show you paying for the lunch. So I mean, for me, I thought was like included, you know, but it's cheaper, right? It's cheaper,
it's
but
cheap, it's affordable. But I, from my high school experience, found that most people would either bring their food from home because that way you don't have to pay at all, or at my high school, we had an off-campus lunch, so we were actually allowed to leave the school during lunchtime. So I feel like either people would bring their lunch from home or they would drive to a Chipotle or something like that and get their food from there and then bring it back. So I didn't find that a ton of people really were eating the food that was in the cafeteria.
And talking about leaving, I have one question. So like most of your friends, or like most of people at your high school, they had car already?
Yeah.
Because one thing is here you can drive when you're 14. No.
You can get your license at 16.
16. Yeah. So high school you usually 16. So, yeah. So most of people they have cars.
Yeah, most people had cars. Either, you know, their parents would buy them cars, or they were allowed to use like a family car and drive themselves to school, and then they'd be able to leave with a car. At my high school as well, there was like little shops close enough that you could just walk. Like you could walk off campus.
But like McDonald's kind of food?
No, not that kind of food. More like cafes. So like little like salads and things like you could walk and go get. If you wanted to go to McDonald's, there was one, but you'd have to get in the car and drive.
Oh, okay. It wasn't too close.
Yeah.
So what usually did you have for lunch? Like pizza, hamburgers?
I would leave a lot and I would go to In-N-Out Burger.
Ooh,
that was
the
a
best.
big one. Yeah, I would do cheeseburgers a lot. I would go and get, if I were to get a slice of pizza, I would probably just go to the cafeteria and get it instead of, because I feel like most pizza places you gotta buy a whole pizza. So,
oh yeah, that's true. Instead of a slice.
Yeah, so I feel like that's what I mostly eat. Or I would go to maybe just like a cafe that was close by and get like a bagel or something like that.
Oh yeah. So bagel, it's a donut, but a sour donut. How we
I
say
don't know.
that?
I would say sour, more like salty.
Salty.
Like
that's
savory.
the word. Yeah, so like donut is sweet and a bagel it's salty. So like donut, let's say donut is a dessert and bagel is like, usually people eat bagel
for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you put like some jelly or mayo, whatever you want to put. So another thing we see on the movies a lot is that most of the people, they're engaged in some sporting. Usually the guys play like football or soccer or any kind of sports, and the girls are cheerleaders. Were you in some of those groups? Did you play soccer?
I didn't. In high school, I was a cheerleader for 2 years. I did that for my junior and senior year. I was on the cheer team. I also, in my sophomore year, I was on the diving team. So we had a swimming pool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was on the diving team. I was not very good at it, but it gave me PE credits, which is
What's PE?
PE is physical education.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
it's a class. You have to get these credits. So if you were on a sport team, then you didn't have to do PE.
Oh, got it. What is so like if you're a cheerleader, if you were in a cheerleader team, you get credits for PE too?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I actually watched it on Netflix one I don't remember the name now, but a TV show that's about cheerleading. Like that is but there's a real competition.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yeah.
it's like college level and anything.
Yeah, so my first year I was in cheer, I was just like on the sideline at the football games, just like with the pom-poms.
Yeah.
And then my second year that I did it for like we had a competition team at our high school. So I know what show you're talking about, cheer, where they do all the like flips and lifting the people in the air. I did that for 1 year, and
that's really cool.
It was really fun, actually. I'm not athletic.
You know the one who was lifting.
I
was
lifting.
Yeah.
I was lifted.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Super,
you're not the one lifting.
I was small.
Yeah.
So I was easy to put up. So I did that a little bit. I wasn't doing crazy flips or getting thrown or anything. But yes, I would be lifted a lot.
That's funny. Okay, and my last question, and I think it's a question for like many people, is how are the classes that you need to go to the lab? Because we see in the movies like people opening frogs, rats and those kind of things. So and doing experiments. So is that true?
Yes, that is true. Yeah, in science class, it would be like a set time every day. You would go to science every day, but you wouldn't do an experiment every day. You would probably do an experiment once, maybe twice a week. But yeah,
then work on the results and
then learn like the concepts about it and have, homework or quizzes and tests about it. But experiments were the labs. I would say like probably once a week, maybe a little bit more than that. But yeah, we did cool things like opening up. I dissected a pig, not a frog.
You what?
It was a.
You open it?
Yeah, and like you like look inside and see all their body parts.
Check if it was healthy.
No, it was dead.
Yeah, I like it's something I wanted to do, but I don't know if I was able to because
I feel like science was one of my favorite classes because with the labs, sometimes they would have fun ones where you would, you have to go outside or you have to go, walk over here.
You
and
mix
like,
substances and then,
Yeah, so your entire class would be like, oh, it's lab day. Like, we're going somewhere. Like, we're going to go leave. So I always thought that was really fun.
That's really cool. These are my questions. So let me know what do you guys think. If you have any questions, just comment and then we can ask Betsy.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Betsy.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Bye, guys. See you later.